I have dealt with bipolar disorder for most of my life. I was recently diagnosed my freshman year of high school at MacArthur after I got admitted to the hospital. I started self-harming, however, in 7th grade when I realized there was no God because I went through a severe depression and no one was there to help me. I had no friends or anything. I tried hiding it. Then 8th grade, I switched schools. I made some friends, but I realized they were just like me. They were all struggling with depression and anxiety. I thought self-harming was the right thing to do. A few months before freshman year, they put me on meds for a while, but all I did after that was sleep, and I stopped taking them because it drained me. I could not think, I couldn't make art, I just felt numb. I still have severe depressive episodes. I try to talk to my friends about it. Most of them will listen, but it's just ridiculous on how much anxiety and depression I have. We were always told we'd grow up happy, but I haven't found my happiness yet. It comes and goes. Most of the time, I'm feeling empty and I'm not sure how to take it. I try hiding it most days and I joke around with friends, but on the inside, I'm breaking. And it's very hard to deal with all these emotions because I didn't grow up learning how to process them or cope healthily. I started drug abuse. 8th grade summer, I started smoking marijuana, and after that, I've been addicted to painkillers, and I used to smoke cigarettes, but I stopped. Then I started vaping and using the nicotine to calm my anxiety, and I started taking Xanax to help me sleep at night because my anxiety was so bad at times. My depression and anxiety sometimes makes me want to throw up. It's so hard to deal with it. And it's just hard to maintain healthy relationships with friends, loved ones. It's really hard to act normal and act like everything's okay. But if I can hide it for long enough, I feel I'll be happy and it'll get better if I just ignore it. But so far, that hasn't worked. And so I just seem to keep messing my life up more and more each day. With every mistake, my parents act like I'm an outcast, an idiot. I mean, my friends that I used to have all left. All the loved ones and relationships I've screwed up due to my overthinking and me being complicated because I never learned how to love as a kid. My dad left when I was, well, actually before I was born. I mean, he's still in my life, but he joined the military to get rid of drug charges and to get away from me and my mom. He had my mom do a paternity test because he didn't want to pay child support for me. And now he has visitation rights, but my mom has the sole custody. She's always taken care of me no matter what, even when we were living in the apartment complex with government aid. She's always been there for me, and I just feel like my dad hasn't. He's only been there when he wants to be or when it's visitation time. I don't say I hate my dad. He's just never been there for me. And I'm pretty sure the only reason he actually wants me to move in with him is because he doesn't want to pay child support anymore. And the real world's just really scary. I'm almost 17, and I've been dealing with this for so long, and it's very hard to cope, and I'm not sure if I can do it anymore. I've tried to commit suicide before. Can we pause? I've tried this several times, but I've always stopped myself. Either I've had friends that have talked me out of it, or I've realized that I'm making the biggest mistake of my life. It's really hard to cope when you're told just be happy, and it's really hard to find something that makes you happy when you've dealt with depression your entire life. When you feel like no one's there, it's really hard to keep going when everyone in your life keeps leaving. At a young age, I learned that my dad wasn't really there. He's always been there, but not for me emotionally, and
There's a lot of those. Stop, Kaylin. Say cheese. What? Yes, they mistake me for a lesbian. I've gotten hit on by several lesbians. It's uncomfortable.
my stepdad and mom, they say I have everything I've ever asked for, but I've never asked for much, and it's really hard when they're not emotionally there, and it's hard to understand your place in life when you don't understand yourself, because I was never taught to love. For me, because I had no friends and such, and no one answered my prayers, and I had no friends to confide in, and it was just a really hard time. I've been getting better.
How long have I known you? I've probably known you about a year now, just about. What? My relation to you? Some call me your boyfriend, but I don't swing that way. But no, you're just a good friend. I can tell if something wrong because a lot of times you're just off, just mood, you're a bit too hyperactive, or you're just not at all, and I can just tell based on your body language how you actually are. So yes. Has anybody ever looked at your Snapchat? It's your social life is it's good. I like you as an individual, but you're very open on Snapchat and other social medias about me.
Sí, papi, ¿cómo estás? Can you hear me? Speak. Woo.
Wait. Are you even recording them?
Are you sure? I've known you since about August, and we didn't really become close friends until like October. We're just really good friends, and we talk a lot. Yeah, you'd be a little off, like you'd either like happy or you'd just kind of be upset, but I feel like you come into tech as kind of like a vent, so that way like you can get away from whatever you're upset at. You're pretty open on Snapchat, honestly. I feel like you're open on your social life to almost anybody that you're close with, and I mean that's good. Like you should be open about stuff like that. It's not hard to work with you at all because you carry yourself really well, and you're just a overall good person and easy to work with.
Oh no, you're very good at working with projects. You always do your share. You're not just Kaylin, who just freeloads it.
I've known you since August of 2017, and I'm your tech teacher. Yeah, there's been a few times when you come in and you just weren't your normal self. You're really quiet. You can always tell something's wrong if you actually shut up for like 5 minutes. So I can always tell if something's wrong because of that. You just kind of come in quiet, tired, just kind of in your own little world. No, I don't really think it's affected your work. You might complain about doing work, but you always get it done. You do it really well. I don't know how you do it at home. Sometimes you can get more done while we have time here, but you always turn it in. You do a good job. Like I said, sometimes there are definitely days where you have time to do it at school and you're just not there, and I have to go and say often, hey, work on this. You don't have to do it at home. If you get it done here, you don't have to worry about it. And it's one of those snowball effects that you're so worried about or concerned about, how am I going to get this done? How am I going to do all the stuff I need to do? You worry about it here, you don't get it done, and then you just add to it yourself. So it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy sometimes.
Really hard time. I've been getting better. The meds never worked. I've just had a lot of emotional problems growing up, and I've never really been able to cope healthily. I feel like I've been getting better, but my decisions just seem to keep getting me in trouble. I've fallen in with bad groups of friends that I thought were my friends, but ended up not helping me emotionally.
To show me that's love. Now it's always shows at the best clubs, the best parties, best girls.
Or would get me in trouble with the law, or made me mentally unstable and drained my mentality. And it just made me worse at times when everyone just kept leaving. But I've been able to cope this far. I'm just not sure how I'm ready for adult life, because I'm not sure if I'll ever be happy. Because I'm not sure if I'll ever be happy, and it's a really scary feeling when you don't have anything that makes you happy. Things that used to make you happy, you can't do now because it's just hard.
You should find something that makes you tick. Find something that makes you happy consistently, no matter what your current mindset is. Once you find something that makes you tick, you're able to kind of revolve your life around it just a little bit more. So that way you're just always have a little bit of positivity in every day-to-day. Sometimes it's an individual. For me, it's my girlfriend. For Justice, I'm sure it's his girlfriend because he doesn't do anything. And your car, yeah. I don't have a good car. My car's a piece of shit. it's a turnmobile. But you just gotta find something that makes you consistently happy that you can implement into your day-to-day life, even if it's just a little bit. Like for me, it's texting my girlfriend occasionally. And on the good days, I get to see her. But
someone should cope with mental illness by like seeking help or just talking to others. Like I know it may not seem like the manly thing to do, but like you can always talk.
There's not an answer, you know, a one pat answer, I think, for anything with mental illness. Everybody's going to be different. You know, there's people out there that just don't understand mental illness too, and they're just like, why can't they be happy? They have all this stuff going for them. They're happy. They're just ungrateful, everything like that. Everybody's just got a different way. Some people, they just need to be alone for a bit. Other people can get some medicine that might, you know, balance out chemicals. Other people just need to talk to someone or stop doing what's hurting them. You know, sometimes mental illness is just their own problems that they've created. I have a lot of friends like that, you know, they're always down when they do something, and it's one of those things that they're just hurting themselves more. But there's not like an answer. There's not, oh, they should take medicine or get some psychiatric help, or, you know, just buck up, you're fine. It's different for every person.
So it's been a pretty alright day. This is where I'm ending this documentary, and that's pretty much all I have to say. Stay good, kids. Stay happy.